Hi, I'm Jere. I'm here with Mr. Jere Richardson, and welcome to our third segment of this. Mr. Richardson, I want to go back to the USS Hamlin. When you first joined the Navy, what was your base pay?
Something like $50 a month. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Okay, and when you left the Navy, it was what,
78.
$78. Okay, of course at that time that was quite a bit of money in those days. Okay, you returned to the United States in 1946 to Seattle, Washington.
Yes.
And what was the purpose of returning to Seattle, Washington?
I was on a seaplane tender, and we were loaded with ammunition and gasoline. So in order to go to get rid of it, we had to carry it up to Seattle. We were there for about 10 days, and then we went to San Diego.
Oh, went to San Diego. And how long were you at San Diego?
About 6 months.
6 months. What was your job in San Diego?
I worked in the pay office.
But worked in the pay office. That's good. And then after 6 months, you were off to Jacksonville, Florida, by train to be discharged. Can you recall that trip?
I can.
How long was it?
Seemed like it was about 2 days.
Oh, really?
It was on a troop train, I mean on a train.
On a train, right.
We had to exchange trains in New Orleans, and we had breakfast the next morning in Montgomery. And then we went on to Jacksonville.
They didn't feed you on the train?
No.
They did?
This was a civilian train we were on.
Okay. I thought they might have had some diners. You guys could have ate there. Okay, so you were discharged in July 13, 1946. And at that time, you also joined the Navy Reserve, staying with the Navy for a total of 5 years.
5 more years.
5 more years. Okay. So you had what? You had at least what, 7 years in?
About 6.5.
6.5 years. Okay, and then
But most of that was reserve time, inactive reserve.
right. Going that long a period, I'm surprised you didn't decide to stay all 20 years.
Well, if I had known then what I know now,
I understand that. That goes in a lot of subjects. What did you do right after you discharged from the Navy?
I worked at Daddy's sawmill.
Okay.
Until time to go back to school in September.
Okay, and you went back to Berry College in Rome. Now, in Berry College, did you get a break? Was it a 4-year college?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the reason I asked that because high school was only 11 years, and I thought perhaps it might have been a shorter than 4 years, your college career. Did y'all get off in the summertime?
Well, at Berry we had to work. During the school year, everybody worked 2 days a week for the room and board.
Gosh, never.
We went to school 4 days a week. And went to church, Sunday school and church on Sunday.
What kind of jobs did you do at Berry College?
Well, I milked cows the first time when I first got there. We milked at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, by hand. From there I worked on the farm, and you mentioned cutting cane. Well, I was cutting some cane and hauling it to the syrup mill. I worked in the shop program where we did maintenance. And then my last work assignment was in the automotive shop. I was there for, I'm not sure whether I was there for 1 year or 2 years.
So the work that you did at home in the farm, it's safe to say that it got you ready for college.
Yeah.
Okay, you graduated from Berry in 1949. I guess that was what, May or June of 19?
May.
Okay. And you started working in Covington, Georgia. Tell us about the job that you had in Covington.
I taught carpentry at the Veterans Training Program. We met, it was a 6-hour deal every day, 5 days a week. And then when school started in the high school, I taught over that for 3 hours a day. So I was teaching 9 hours a day for over a year.
And the other 3 hours were at the high school.
Right.
And I forgot, Newton High School.
Newton County High School.
Newton County High School.
It was the first year of consolidation there. A group of small towns in the area combined to make Newton County High School.
That's good. Instead of coming south, you went west, and then you finally came south to Columbus. I got it
Well,
right?
you could put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. In 1951, you found out about Baker High School, an opening, I think it was. How did you find out about that?
I don't remember how I found out about it.
But
I found out enough to apply.
and you were hard. You were hard. I guess Dr. Shaw hired you on.
Yes.
At that time, I believe Mr. Cook was the principal.
Right.
Okay. Now, at Baker High, you started as a metal shop teacher for 4 years.
Right.
Okay, and then there was a salary dispute. But before that salary dispute, whenever the I guess the Muskogee County School Board would send you material, and they would send a PO order along with it, you would never sign it.
I just didn't send the invoice in.
He didn't send the invoices back. Well, this one lady kept calling him that worked for the wherever
Central office.
the central office, and she just kept hounding Mr. Richardson until finally they met. Her name, got her name here somewhere.
Jeanette Jones.
Jeanette Jones from Waverly Hall, and they met in 1953. Mr. Richardson started in
We married in 1950.
excuse me. Mr. Richardson started in 1951 at Baker High School. They met along that time, and only that she became Mrs. Richardson, Jere Richardson, in 1953.
Right.
That's correct. Okay. And they had their first in 1955. It's 3 children.
Right.
And in 1955, they had their first child, and it was Jay. And what is the name of the other children?
Jay, Jim, and John.
All Jays.
Right. Jeanette, Jere, and I had a dog named Jinx.
Okay. Okay. You were there. You were there for until 1955. There was a salary dispute, and you had a family at that time, so you had to go where you could earn the most money. And you went to work here in Columbus. What was the name of the place where you went to work?
Columbus Motor Company.
And you were there in what capacity?
I was service manager for 2 years.
Service manager. And the pay was much higher than the school?
Oh yeah.
Pay?
I'm making $100 a week there.
Oh, my Lord, that was money back then. That was good money back then. But then, in 1957, you went back to Baker High. What prompted you to go back to Baker High?
Well, I'd missed it for 2 years, and that's what I'd prepared for, so I had an opportunity to go back, and I went.
I see, I see. And you went back as in what capacity did you go back to Baker?
As a woodworking teacher.
As a woodworking teacher. Okay, we're gonna stop this right here. We're gonna stop this segment right here because of time. And we're gonna come back and we're gonna pick it up from 1957 at Baker High School. So until, we'll see y'all later.